Yo, welcome back to the Ranbir Sanghera Strength and Fat Loss Show. And I had to get this out because this was a light bulb moment for me. Something that I've kind of figured out over the years, but I actually consciously thought about this as I was grabbing a cup of coffee from one of my favorite spots in San Jose. If you're ever out here, make sure you stop by. Tell them Ranbir sent you. They may not know who you're talking about, but hey. Anyways, Roy's Coffee, okay? And they have they have my favorite coffee in San Jose, all right? It's delicious, it's consistent, and they get their beans from Verve Roasting Company down in Santa Cruz, but goddamn delicious. All right, anyways, so what I was thinking about, as I was grabbing a Splenda packet, and I was thinking about, I kind of laughed to myself that people do all of these crazy things to cut calories and decrease calories down to as low as possible, which again, that's another topic, and I've done other podcasts about that, where if you just have a 2,000 calorie diet a day, you will lose all the fat you want to lose. But anyways, people eliminate all these things because they have quote unquote too many calories, and they want to get the lowest calorie thing possible. And to an extent, that makes perfect sense, because, if you use, 6 tablespoons of olive oil in your salad or to cook something, you didn't need that when you could have just used 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. You increase the amount of calories 3-4 fold, right? For no reason. Or in some cases, if you use PAM or a 0-calorie spray, something of that nature, where it's no calories, then guess what? You eliminated all those calories completely. And a tablespoon of olive oil or any fat or any kind of oil is almost always about 14-15 grams of fat, which is close to, so a gram of fat has 9 calories, so I always just round up and say it's about 150 calories. Now, with all that being said, if you, number one, don't restrict yourself to something completely absurd like 1,100 calories or 1,200 calories or whatever, then what you find is wait a minute, you don't need to go to these extreme, trying to cut calories every single place, right? You can have a regular cup of milk or regular milk in your coffee and realize that your taste might be significantly enhanced, and yet you only use, if you were trying to get low fat or non-fat, then you only increased maybe 50 calories or whatever it might be. But you don't need to always go 0 calorie, right? Especially if you got an adequate amount, you're at 2,000 calories, you should be good, right? You can eat all the things that you want to eat. What's more important is that you don't go crazy on a regular basis. You didn't gain weight because you used regular full-fat milk. You didn't gain weight because you used regular sugar in your coffee. You didn't gain weight because you used olive oil or butter or ate bacon. You gained weight because you ate way too much fucking food for your body. That's what you did. That's the key. The key, and we always say this, is there's no good food, there's no bad food. Stop putting negative energy on food. What are you talking about? Stop putting negative feelings and thoughts and energy onto your food. One of my favorite sayings is, there is no happy destination or happy ending, okay, to an unhappy journey. You can't be unhappy on the way to some place and then end up arriving and be you're going to be happy. It's not going to happen, right? If you even think about it, even in literal terms, have you ever been on the way somewhere and you're driving with your significant other or somebody or whatever, it doesn't matter, and you get into an argument, and your whole ride there is miserable, or you're fighting and you're pissed off or whatever it is, like, or you're sad or whatever, what happens when you get to the spot? Do you all of a sudden have a amazing destination? No, you carry that over. Like, whatever the destination was, or whatever the ride or the journey was, is the destination. So think about that, right? You might have been even looking forward to this destination, and now you've arrived there, but your whole journey there was miserable. So that's what you're going to get when you're there. And so the same thing goes. Like, you can't have these negative feelings towards food and then think all of a sudden you're going to lose weight, or if you do lose weight, that it's going to stick to you, or that it's going to be sustainable, right? So anyways, those are kind of the things that are very important that most people don't think about. You know, when you're going to eat something, eat it and enjoy it. Take a second, okay? I know religious people, and not even all religious people, like, they just kind of go through the motions, but like, take a second to bless your food and be thankful for your food. Be grateful and appreciative for your food. Are you going to eat a Big Mac? Damn, take a second, put your hand on your heart, take a couple deep breaths and say, thank you, Big Mac, for providing my body with nutrition. Thank you for helping fuel my gains. I appreciate you. And then eat that burger and enjoy it. Don't just chew it off a chunk and swallow it. You're not a janvar, right? AKA an animal or a savage. Like, chew that food. Take that time. Appreciate that food while you're eating it, okay? Whether it's a hamburger, whether it's a carrot, whether it's whatever you want to eat, whether it's a piece of pizza, like, really enjoy that shit, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that, and I want you to remember that you don't need to go low calorie on everything or 0 calorie if, one, you have an appropriate amount of calories, right? A reasonable amount of calories. And number 2, that you're not going crazy. You didn't get fat because of those things. You got fat because you ate way too much and you had a very negative relationship with how you talked about food or thought about food. From here on out, make this a promise to yourself. Like, I'm going to not be mean to my food. I'm not going to label this wonderful piece of cake that somebody made as bad. What kind of bullshit is that? That's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, right? And yet we do that, and that's okay, because these things help us learn how to really do things and which direction to go in, right? When you're driving and you go into a dead end, you don't just sit there and be miserable and give up and be like, oh no, like, I fucking suck, like, I'm a terrible person. When you hit a dead end, you're like, oh, this was the wrong way, and you go the other direction and you're back on the path. Like, that's part of the path. If you make a wrong turn, you get off an exit earlier. You don't sit there and be like, oh my God, screw everything, like, I'll never be able to figure that. No, your GPS automatically corrects, and then you keep going, or you get back on the freeway and get off on the right exit. All right, feels much better. I got that off of my chest. Okay. You got questions? If this was helpful, message me. Go to Instagram and find me at Ranbir.Sanghera. I'm eating a fake sandwich. It's a green background, okay? I'm wearing a green shirt, green sweater, all green everything, house green, team green, all day, every day. But anyways, I'm about to eat this young broccoli, this baby broccoli here. It's green. Anyways, if this was helpful in any way, okay, please like, comment, share, subscribe, review, do one of those things. It would really mean a lot to me. I really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate you listening and taking time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.